Alright, welcome to 2-2. So last lesson we did was ordering integers, which we did on number lines, and as you can see today we're going to be doing some number lines. Okay, today we're doing 2-2, the concept of adding integers. Our next lesson is going to be actually adding integers without using these symbols. So we have three objectives. I will be able to add integers using a number line, add integers using symbols, and explain my steps in each process. Okay, so our vocabulary today, we just have one word called zero pair. So that is on page 23. Okay, so on the Z's, we're on page 23. Okay, so zero pair. That means the sum of one positive and one negative. So sum means adding together. So here if I have a positive and a negative, together they make 0. And it's just one positive and one negative. So down here I have like 1 plus negative 1 equals 0. That's really what a positive means, is positive 1. A negative means a negative 1. Okay. So personal connection, if we take one step forward and one step backward, we end up being in the same spot as when we started. Okay, don't forget to do a personal definition. Alright, so we're back on these notes. Alright, so it says for building background, if Lupe starts on F, then walks 3 letters to the right, then walks 5 letters to the left, what letter is he on now? So that means Lupe is going to start on F, so we're starting here. And he's going to walk 3 letters to the right. So to the right means this way. Okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So he's on I. Okay? But now he's going to walk 5 letters to the left. So I'm going to go below the number line. So he's at I, and now I'm going to go to the left 5, which means to go that way. To the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Lupe ends up at the letter D. Okay? And that's really what we're doing today for these first few problems, is we're going to go right and left, or left and right, and see where we end up at. Okay? So here we go with our first example. Number 1 says use a number line to evaluate 3 plus negative 1. So we're going to start at 3. So we're going to put a point at 3. And I started at 3 because this first number here is 3. Okay? Now, positive integers means to jump right. Negative integer means jump left. So, thus, that means like therefore or because of that, negative 1 means jump left 1. So we're starting here, and we're just going to go to the left. That means this way. To the left, because remember this hand means L, so we go this way, 1. So we go from here, and I just go 1. And I'm jumping to the tick mark. So my answer is 2. So 3 plus negative 1 equals 2. And that's it. Okay, moving on to example number 2. Let me kind of fix my papers here. Okay, so example 2 says use a number line to evaluate negative 2 plus 7. So we're going to start at negative 2. Okay, and it says positive integers means to jump right. And negative integers means jump left. So thus, 7 means jump right, because it's positive, and we're going to jump right 7 spots. Okay, so again, over here is left, and over here is right. Okay, so I'm going to jump to the right 7 spots. We're counting jumps and we're counting to these dashes, the tick marks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we end up at 5, which means -2 plus 7 equals 5. Okay, number 3, we're going to use a number line to evaluate -5 plus 3. So we're going to start at -5, and positive integers means to jump to the right, and negative integers means jump left, and thus -3 means jump left 3. Okay, and I didn't number this, so because on your homework you'll have to figure out what to number it by. So I'm just going to put -5 since that's our starting point, and I need to go 3. I'm going to put it in the middle and make sure I can go 3 in each way. So remember, when we go to the right, we're counting up. So -4, -2, -1, 0, 1. And left we go -6, -7, -8, -10. So remember, this is the left side, this is right, if you have a tough time remembering left and right. Okay, so we're going to start at -5, then we're going left 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we end up at -8. So -5 plus -3 is -8. Okay, backside. Alright, so on the back side here, we are going to do pretty much the same thing, a little different. This time we're going to use symbols, okay? So we're going to do -7 plus 5. So first thing we're going to do is make 7 negatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can, we want to make them all in one column like this. We don't want them all over the place. Or you could have gone in a row. And we're going to make 5 positives. And if we can, we want to line them up with these negatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So notice how I put them right next to each other? That's what we want. Okay, we're going to circle and cross out the 0 pairs. So remember, a 0 pair is a positive and a negative. So we're going to take those and cross them out. Okay, or it could be a negative and a positive. So negative, positive, here's a 0 pair. Negative, positive, 0 pair. A negative and a positive is a 0 pair. Negative, positive is a 0 pair. Negative, positive, 0 pair. And we're going to cross them out. Because a negative and a positive make 0. So now we're going to count what is left over. So you have 2, and they're negatives. So -7 plus 5 equals 2 negatives. So -2. Okay, number 5 says use symbols to evaluate 12 plus -9. So we're going to make 12 positives, 9 negatives. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm going to make 9 negatives, and I'm going to put them next to these positives. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I circle and cross out 0 pairs. So this is a 0 pair because it's a positive and a negative. So all of these ones that have a pair have a match. They're a 0 pair, so I'm circling all of them. And because they're 0, when we add 0, that means we're not adding anything, so we just can cross them out because they make 0. So now I'm left over with 1, 2, 3 positives. So 12 plus -9 equals 3. Okay, last one. Number 6 says use symbols to evaluate -5 and plus -10. So make 5 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 10 negatives. So 1, 2, 3. I'm not pairing them up because they're not positives. I only want to pair positives with negatives. So I'm just making 10 more. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, circle and cross out 0 pairs. Remember, 0 pairs is a positive and a negative. Okay, we don't have any positives here. We just have negatives. So I can't do any 0 pairs. So now I just need to count what's left over. So how many negatives do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So -5 plus -10 is -15. Okay. In summary, we can show how to add integers using either a number line or using symbols. And that's it.